Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a new filming location. We are here in the living room today surrounded by a bunch of toddler toys. If you are new here, my name is Kaylee. Welcome to my channel. Today I am going to be talking about my stroller setup for Disney, and I'm also going to be comparing two strollers. So I have the Mockingbird full-size stroller. It's not the single to double, it is just the single. And I also have the Bombi Bebee V2 stroller. So the Mockingbird is a completely full-size stroller and the Bombi is just a travel stroller. The Mockingbird, I believe, weighs about 26 pounds and the Bombi weighs, I believe, 17. So there's definitely a difference in weight between the two. And the reason I wanted to compare them was because for Leo's first two trips that we took him on, we used the Mockingbird, and now for our trip coming up that we are going to be using the Bombi travel stroller, and they're two completely different sizes. There's so much that's different about the strollers that I wanted to do a little tour because some people might not know what they want to take yet. Do they want to take a full-size stroller or a travel stroller? Which is best to go to Disney? So I'm going to give you a tour on how I set up my stroller, regardless if it's a travel stroller or a full-size stroller, and then we'll go ahead and talk about the pros and the cons of each stroller so you can make a decision on what you feel might be best and work for you and your family. And again, there are so many strollers on the market. This does not mean you have to have a Mockingbird or you have to have a Bombi. Like, you can decide between any stroller that you have. This is just a little bit of a guide to help you decide what would work best. So without further ado, let's get into it. I'm going to quickly do a tour of both strollers so you can see all of the features on them, and then I'll also fold them up and open them back up so you can see how it would work when you are getting on and off the buses at Disney. All right, so here we have the Bombi stroller. We will start at the back over here. The handlebar is not adjustable, but I'm 5'4" and it's not too bad on me. It's about belly button height, so I feel like if you're tall, it might work for you, but that could be a con, is that it's not adjustable. I have two cup holders on the side that I definitely need because we drink a lot of water and Starbucks when we are at Disney. Now, I want to give a major shout out about my stroller caddy. Hopefully I can work with this brand one day because I really love their items. This is the stroller caddy from Cute Zoe Designs. This caddy's great and I have it in black on my Mockingbird. Here we have 3 insulated cup holders because there is one right in the middle there. You also have this zippered pocket that unzips. There are straps to carry it inside of there. Then you have this little pocket over here. I just love this caddy. It's great. I can throw anything in there. It has so much storage and so much space. It also comes with the hooks to be able to hook it onto your stroller. It's great. I love it and I will always use it in my stroller setup. Here is the amazing canopy on the Bombi. You can just fold it over like that. That is it completely unzipped. So if you did want to zip this up and you didn't want it fully down, it would look like that. I love the recline that the Bombi has. All you have to do is just pinch these two and drag it down, and then the seat will recline. And that's what it looks like from the front. It's a very good recline. Coming on the side over here, I have a Disney carabiner. This is for if we go out and we get any merchandise, I can go ahead and clip it right onto that carabiner so I don't have to waste space in that tiny storage pocket. Another great thing about the Bombi is these straps. In order to adjust the straps, all you have to do is pull those and slide them to the desired height, which is amazing. Now the Bombi does come with this handlebar, but I do have a snack tray. This is what the snack tray looks like on the Bombi, and it just snaps into place on the side. The Bombi also has an adjustable leg rest, so you can base it on the needs of your child. For the other side of the stroller, I have this organizing bag. This is from Amazon, and I love it. I will often put bubble wands in there, or I will put hand wipes. To lock and unlock the stroller, you have this little pedal here. You push it down to lock it and push it up to unlock it. Moving down to look at the storage, as you can see, the storage is definitely not as big. I believe that this can hold 15 pounds, and I will insert a clip of me putting all of my bags in there now. All right, so now let's try to fit the bottom storage with what I would normally keep down there. I have a rain cover inside this hidden pouch here, and I'm going to try to fit my diaper bag inside. It does take a bit of maneuvering, but it is in there and I just turned it on its side. I would be able to fit this lunchbox, but I would have to do it from the front. So now we are looking at the front of the Bombi. And I would be able to just pull and leave it placed in there. So now we have both bags in there, And I'd probably be able to fit a blanket if I wanted to down here as well, which I will probably do in November. And as you can see, this stroller is pretty compact. So now I will go ahead and show you how it folds. Alright, so here's the Mockingbird, and again, we will start at the top. So this handlebar is actually adjustable, so if you are someone who is taller or shorter, you can adjust it based on your height, which I love. And as I said before, something I will not travel without is my Cute So Designs stroller caddy. I love it so much. Then coming down here, we've got this huge basket, which I adore. In order to lock and unlock this stroller, it is just controlled by that pedal right there. On this one, I have the same carabiner that I have on the Bombi, which is great again for holding merchandise bags or anything you just want to hang from it. Super easy. So to recline the Mockingbird stroller, it is from this clip up here. You just pull it and then you are able to lay it down. The only thing that bugs me about the Mockingbird is I feel like the seat doesn't like sit up fully upright. It's still a little bit tilted, and Leo does not like that. Here is the canopy on the Mockingbird, so it's pretty big. You have a cover that you can unzip to look at your child. You also have another one here if you want to leave this part zipped, but this is the canopy fully extended. Then we've got that snack tray. This is adjustable, so you can put it down and up based on what your child wants. I apologize for the dirtiness of the stroller. We do use this often, but the straps on this one are not my favorite. They are really hard to adjust, and I find that I can't get a very good fit with him in it. And now I will show you how this folds. All right, and here's me fitting everything into this stroller. As you can see, both bags fit very easily in the stroller, and I could still fit a lot of stuff in here. All right, so now that we've had our tours of both of the strollers, let's talk about the pros and the cons. So let's chat about the Mockingbird first. Now, I have to say, I love this stroller. I really, really do. And I think Mockingbird's customer service is so amazing. Anytime I've reached out, they've been so responsive and so quick to help me, which I love in a brand. But of course, customer service aside, you need to have a stroller that works for you. The best pros about the Mockingbird is the seat reclines really far back. You can definitely have almost a full recline there, and your kid will probably sleep soundly because they'll be almost flat on their backs. The Mockingbird fits all of my gear, and I'm an overpacker and I have a lot of stuff, so that's why I love this stroller, is it just fits everything I need. As you saw, the storage space is amazing. I can fit my Mina Bay bag, I can fit my lunchbox, I can fit even more down there if I really wanted to. It's got one of the best storage baskets I've probably ever seen. Another pro is it's very adjustable in terms of height. As you saw, that handlebar is adjustable, so if you're someone who's taller, you can lift it up. If you're someone who's shorter, you can put it mid-level or all the way down. It's really great and really adjustable. So now for those Mockingbird cons. This may just be a me issue, but I want to talk about the seat recline again. When I try to put the seat all the way forward, I find that it still tilts back quite a bit, and I have found that Leo does not like that. He can't sit fully upright, and it kind of aggravates him. The next con would be that the Mockingbird is super heavy. Like I said, I believe it's 26 pounds, and it can get heavy, especially if you're holding it on the bus. I said this in my first video, but if I was traveling solo, I would not be able to take the Mockingbird with me and my son and all of our bags. It just wouldn't happen. And going along the lines of that, the fold can be a little bit difficult. So if you have a younger baby and you want your baby to be facing you, before you fold the stroller, you have to turn the seat around to collapse it. And sometimes getting it back open can be a little difficult because there's a side handle on there that you have to click open in order to pull open the stroller. So I think in terms of fold and the heaviness, there are a lot more steps involved, and it can be more difficult, especially if you're trying to rush onto the bus. Now let's talk about the Bombi Pros. So obviously my first pro is that it's much lighter. It's only 17 pounds, so it is definitely a difference to the Mockingbird. I also believe on some airlines you can store it in the overhead bin, but I think it depends on the airline. Another pro, which was also my pro about the Mockingbird, is it leans nice and far back, so if kiddo wants to take a nap, they can take a nap. A major pro of this one that I didn't even realize when we started using the stroller, because I was so used to the Mockingbird and how big it is it is so much smaller, so you're able to maneuver corners and just getting around people so much easier, and I think in November it will really help us when we're in the parks. So for me, that makes all the difference. Another pro of the Bombi is it has a huge canopy. That canopy goes down so far. I've never seen anything like it. So for the cons of the Bombi, the storage is definitely a big con. As you saw in the clips before, I was able to put my bags underneath, but again, I would have to pull everything out one by one just to be able to get something else. If you are an overpacker like me, it might be a little bit difficult trying to take everything out and putting stuff back in. But again, in terms of personal preference, would you rather have something lighter weight or something that's a little bit heavier, more storage? Another con I have written down for the Bombi, which doesn't really affect me because I'm pretty short, is that the handlebar isn't adjustable. So if you are someone who is super tall, you might hate where the handlebar sits. It might be inconvenient for someone who's tall. My husband has walked with it and he's definitely taller than I am, but he's not like 6'3", and he didn't have a problem with it at his height. So just keep that in mind if you're gonna get the Bombi. The handlebar is not adjustable. So those are my pros and cons of those two strollers. And again, I truly do believe that it's just all a matter of personal preference and what would work for you and your family. I am really eager to see how the Bombi does on our trip in November because, like I've said a million times in this video, I'm such an overpacker and I feel like I need to have everything with me. So I am going to be interested to see how the Bombi holds up with someone who is an overpacker like myself. And I can't wait to talk about that when we get to Disney so I can tell you all how it is holding up on our trip and if it's working out so that you know if it might be better for you to bring a travel stroller or bring a full-size stroller. And in terms of all the accessories I have on the stroller, I will link them down below so that you can go and purchase if you'd like to. These are things I will not have on my stroller. I have to have all of these things on there in order to feel most organized for myself. And I really feel like I've perfected my setup to work for us as a family. And that is everything we have for today. If you enjoyed watching, please sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel to see more. I thank you all for being here and I will see you in the next one.